Hi, my name is Brian Martin here at Logie's Greenhouses, and today we're going to be talking about the Paw Paw tree, one of our largest American fruits, Asimina triloba. This is a native to the eastern United States, going anywhere from Florida all the way up into Michigan. And although it's not very common in Connecticut or New England, they are perfectly hardy here. It's a beautiful tree. They can grow up to be probably about 30 feet tall when they're in their fullest. And it also has a habit of creating a colony. And this is something in the landscape that mowing or weed whacking takes control of. But if Paw Paw is allowed to grow freely, one plant will actually create suckers, and then more Paw Paw trees come up around it. Here we have, actually right now we're in September, so here we have the fruit just starting to ripen. This is a variety called Pennsylvania Golden, and it's an early one, so there are early, mid-season, and late varieties. And the season actually goes beginning right now and will go all the way into October. And if we actually were growing late varieties, it would be pretty far into late October that fruit would be ripening. It doesn't seem to be harmed by the early frosts or even some of the early freezes. The fruit is fine. But you also need to have cross-pollination. So if this tree stood by itself, it would probably produce no fruit, if any. So we have trees right nearby. Within 30 or 40 feet, it's good to have a tree planted. This one here is much closer. It's probably about 20 feet. And when you plant them, you have early, mid-season, and late. You want to have, if you're trying to pollinate an early, have two earlies or an early and a mid-season, not an early and a late. As far as pruning goes, the height of them can be maintained. Now this tree is getting pretty tall right now, so they have a central leader. Most of the trees create a central leader, but at any point you can trim them back to maintain height and size on it. And this top really probably will be taken out, and then springtime. This pruning is usually done after dormancy. I usually do it in the spring before they start to flush. And really, it's a lot of times if you try to have a small space to grow them in, it's just a matter of just heading back those tips, and then the side branches. This actually has been cut. We use this as a grafting stock. So this has been cut here, and you can see that it's created this sort of shortened but full canopy of growth, of which all these are filled with flower buds for springtime. Here are some Paw Paws that this tree has just begun to ripen. These have just fallen on the ground. There's a little bit of a bruise on the side of that one. They do have these marks on them where there's some brown marks. Those are actually scrapes that happen during ripening. It really is only cosmetic. And as you can see, the color on this has actually changed from that green to this kind of golden yellow. And if you touch it, it's beginning to get soft. So that's the ripening process of a Paw Paw. And this tree will continue to drop fruit for probably the next 3 or 4 weeks. So this is the flesh, and you can see it's quite soft, and there it is. And yeah, that's a good Paw Paw. Very sweet and quite tasty. And there's many recipes you can use for freezing it, making ice cream out of it, puddings and such things. Well, thank you for watching today. There's a little bit of information on how to grow one of our largest and probably one of the most delicious of our American fruits. If you'd like more information on Paw Paws, you can visit us online at logies.com.